Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today we are with Raj Narind Kaur. She is the only Raj Narind when you Google her name. And in many ways, that's how exclusive she is. She is, as we will know in the next few minutes, a lady who, as a core, is not only a mother, a homemaker, but she has in the corporate world been a vice president of 3 major banks. She has been, she is an academic and a faculty member of universities and colleges, and runs a company with her husband, an IT company, where she is the chief operating officer. So how does a woman, even if it's the 21st century, deal with the glass ceiling, both in the corporate world and then the Samajic world? Society has also a glass ceiling for women. It's not an accident that it's a woman interviewing a woman, but that's what it takes. We hope to have a day where men and women will be on the same platform talking about issues that affect both genders as opposed to just them sitting up. So now, Penji, we want to hear from you. How did you balance between being a corporate VP of banks? How did you get there? And how did you balance them raising kids who are now 12 to 19?
Getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, actually 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, and then getting a bus at 6 o'clock in the morning to get into work by 7:30. So I live about 2 hours away from New York City, but I had, and so blessed that my parents moved to the Jersey Shore, which I grew up, and moved closer, about 10 minutes, a Rara Sahib time away from me. So I was able to drop the boys off and then get on the bus and get to work.
Indeed, you dropped the boys off before the interview today, and they went to 3 different schools. So, but I want to talk to you about the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
So the glass ceiling in the corporate sector affects all women, whatever their race and religion. And then there's a glass ceiling, which is Samajic, which is society, where in some communities, women are considered Pair di Jutti, which is not in Guru Nanak's Sikhi. But we still have to deal with the Samaj. So first tell us about the corporate sector.
So I'll start off by saying every day...
Did you face the glass ceiling?
Yes, absolutely.
How did you break it?
So first in the South Asian as a minority in the investment banks. Then we had me being a woman, not in IT, in finance. So I would sometimes, a lot of the time, be the only minority South Asian and the only woman in meetings at JP Morgan, which is where I started. Then within our DC community, everybody is a doctor, lawyer, engineer. So I started out as an engineer, switched about a year and a half into college, left the engineering and went into economics, finance, with 100% support from my parents, who were both engineers. My brother is also an engineer, but they had no clue what I was doing, but they supported me.
So family support
Oh my
is
God.
the first ingredient.
Absolutely.
Then in the boardroom, you would have all these men
Yes.
vying for your post. What makes you pick the post?
So the allies that you have to make outside of that boardroom before you enter in. So it's all a game, the politics you have to play. So learning that, making the allies that you know are going to be on your side, and knowing what you need to say, and having that expertise, right?
Okay, so it's communication.
Yes.
Communication of your skills, that regardless of your gender. In the Samajic world, what I want to say to you is, I waited 21 years for what I witnessed the last 2 days in New Jersey, in the Gurdwara at Oakland and at Glenrock. We've got the posters and the music that the audience will listen to. But how was Gavani responsible for breaking the glass ceiling for Sikh women, at least in Kirtan?
So with the support of Dr. Gurnam Singh from Patiala University, Dr. Manpreet Singh here locally in New Jersey, with their support, the allies that I just talked about, having their support with us to really bring the women's voice, the female voice, to the stage. So having Bibi Gunipur, who's amazing and so blessed to have her come so frequently as we do. Bibi Simrat Kaur, rising Kirtani, who's come up. And then we had Bibi Amrita Kaur from New Zealand, first time coming.
So you went for quality?
Yes.
And quality exists.
The expertise that I mentioned that you need in the boardroom, you need to have that expertise trained by experts, who then become the teacher and the mentor.
This is your home in Monroe, in New Jersey. You settled here. And you continue to be a busy mom, corporate woman. But tell me something about your voluntary role. You do mentoring. What was your role in the setup of the Sikh Association in Rutgers University, and what has been achieved?
So Rutgers University 6 was not around when I first started university. And to start the SSA there, we started with non-Sikhs as well. Some of my friends just signed a petition and we started the group. So blessed to say that they have done so much now in that they're doing kirtans on campus. Dr. Manpreet Singh came just recently and did kirtan there. We then had, we have alumni panels talking about corporate America. So I go back and I speak about the resumes and careers in investment banking.
Can you give us some figures about how Sikh society associations in America, starting with Rutgers, could single-handedly be given the kudos for Sikhi content in youthful life?
It brings them, so they're leaving their homes, they're leaving the Sangat, they're leaving everything that they know, and they're going abroad, or they're going across to college. When they go to college, they need to have that Sangat. So that single-handedly is providing them that community that they need, because maybe they can't get to Gurdwara.
Let me ask you about yourself. Sorry to be on the point.
Yeah.
How was your Sikhi upbringing? From home or from university or both?
Oh, from home.
So you have a different story to tell. Do you know of people whose Sikhi was sub-zero at home,
Absolutely.
but they came to university?
Yes.
Okay, so where are they now? You don't have to name them.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
So Sabat Surat hun hege, pehle nahi si. They got the inspiration of bringing speakers, bringing the Sangat to the college and having those discussions, Gurbani discussions, even amongst just the peers.
Okay, you also wrote a book. You co-authored a book called
Course Reimagine. I was one of the authors in. We have 3 editors. And there were 24 authors in that book.
Okay, why did you choose to write the one book and exclusively by women?
So that was the whole reason for it. There's so many topics that women are not maybe able or allowed to speak about in community, in the Sangat out there. So it's really bringing and uplifting the core voices, just like Gavani, and allowing them the platform to talk about divorce, to talk about infertility, to talk about the double standard that they face. My specific story is called Lards of Love, where I have 3 boys. So for me, it was all about setting the stage using the analogy of their lards in their dastar bandi, but layering it with all the different roles that I live.
Okay, so the book has been launched?
Yes,
okay.
On Amazon.
Okay, thank you. So now I want to also ask you about, what do you see the future of how you will make a contribution to the growth of the role of women in Sikh Samaj? Where do you think that the bottlenecks still are? Name one.
Kirtan, one, definitely.
You're going to overcome that.
Kirtan, there's in the corporate America, we're still fighting. We're still fighting consistently. Even in media, art, we need to have our voices there. So I'm part of Nishkam TV as well.
Oh, yes, tell us about
Nishkam
that.
TV.
What's
Nishkam TV is founded by Baldeep Singh in Boston, Massachusetts, where he really helps tell our narratives in a storytelling fashion, but really focuses on youth. So the youth, men, boys and girls of Sikh youth.
Okay, how long has it been running?
I want to say 5 years or so.
Okay.
But he has now recently left corporate America and is full-time doing this.
Okay, so Nishkam, suggesting everyone works for free?
At this point, yes.
Quite good. So what else would be Nishkam about it?
Just the time. So it's not always money, right? It's the time that people devote, the energy that they devote, the expertise that you bring in to really help individuals to get to the goal that they want.
We're coming to the end of our conversation. What one message do you want to give us? What is the one tuk in Gurbani that you always turn to no matter how happy or how sad you are?
So you asked me a question, was my Sikhi at home or in university? It was always at home. And the tuk is, Kabhi baaj beti chaupai. So it's the entire thing.
Kabhi baaj beti chaupai.
Hamre karo haath tera cha. Right? All of that, Guru Sahib is always with you. So that's the message I want to give my boys. I want to give my parents gave me. Jithe vi tusi hage, right? Jai har simran pe aate gaat gaat ki. वड पागी हर जपना वड पागी हर जपना जन नानक को गुर एहे मत दीनी जप हर पव जल तरना ਜਪ ਹਰ ਭਵ ਜਲ ਸਰਨਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ,
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।